Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're super happy to have you here to hear this special presentation that's really geared to people in the beauty industry, estheticians, makeup artists, and anyone in that field, even massage therapists, people who love helping people, basically, is pretty much who you are. And I'll do a quick intro of myself. My name's Sonia Magruder. I'm here in St. Pete, Florida, and I'm what's called a five-star crown in this company, which you'll hear a little bit later on what that means. Former career real estate broker for 20 years until I had the most amazing health and wellness transformation with this program, with the Purium transformation. And now I'm an integrative nutrition health coach many, many years later. But it's something that my husband and I were really desperately looking for exactly 13 years ago, January 2013. We were busy. We had a traditional business. We were caregivers and working lots and lots of hours and really putting our own self-care on the back burner. We found this program, as many people in this time of year are doing and looking for something, and maybe they don't know where to start. But we are so grateful that we found it and have been able to pay it forward ever since then for the past 13 years. So, what we're going to talk about tonight, as I mentioned before, are people in the beauty industry or really any traditional business where you love what you do. You love helping people. You're doing your passion. You're fulfilling your passion with what you're doing, with your occupation. But it doesn't mean that it comes without challenges. And a lot of the challenges that we hear are the biggest thing is the high overhead, where the overhead is static. It's going up, but it comes every single month. But the income sometimes can fluctuate. The income maybe doesn't match, and the high overhead. The income is tied to booked treatments. If you have a cancellation last minute, you're not getting paid because you're not there. You don't have that person in your chair. That can be physically demanding work on your feet all the time in some cases. And then the growth is limited without adding more hours. So that means adding more hours and more to your plate. And with any traditional business or job, it is trading your time for money. There's no leverage aspect there typically. And that can often lead to a lack of work-life balance. And that's what happened with me. I mentioned our self-care was out the window because we were so busy working and spinning all these plates spinning. So, what if you could offer an additional solution for your clients that would be a great resource for them that they would absolutely love and feel amazing with? And also, it creates a residual and even a leveraged income and more time freedom for you. And that's what we have here with this program, with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. It's a very simple, high integrity way to scale your impact and your income and have your clients be raving fans. They already are raving fans of you, but even more so, and then sharing this with their friends and family because they love the outcome. So how this company Purium can help, and what we call for short the ULT, Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, is it can generate this residual income. And you're simply recommending a turnkey program that is a whole food nutritional reset. It's fundamental daily nutrition, and it really helps to work from the inside out for beauty from the inside out, because we know, and Melissa will talk about this a little bit more, but we know that everything is connected to our gut microbiome. So it really will help your clients take it to the next level. So now I'd like to, speaking of Melissa, introduce her to you. She is also a five-star crown in our company. She was a massage therapist for 20, 25 years, and she joined us in Purium in August of 2018. And that's a picture of her on a Greek island, probably, because Melissa, she's going to tell her story that led to all this Greek island stuff and travel a little bit later. But right now, tell us about the program.
Yes, this program, which gives us the business complimentary, is priceless. Like Sonia said, it's simple. It has a high compliance rate. Clients love it. They're going to have brighter, clear skin when they use it. Let me show you what it looks like. It's essentially covering 2 meals per day. Most of you, if you're listening to this, you're even doing this yourself. So, but if you haven't, it's gut support, protein, power shake. Your gut support is removing glyphosate. When the gut is clean and healthy, the skin is clear and bright. The protein, super convenient for getting in the protein, especially for those behind the chair who have clients back to back. who are living off of coffee. Sound familiar? Getting in the protein and the gut support is priceless. And then, of course, your power shake. Super convenient, delicious, easy, flooding your body with micronutrients. You do that twice a day, you get the business complimentary. And this is the program you're going to be sharing with your clients. Of course, you have the cherry juice before bed, which helps with sleep, raises your melatonin naturally, so you have the deep restorative sleep. And I know the estheticians are already telling your clients that sleep and nutrition is crucial for bright, beautiful skin and for, anti-aging purposes. So this is the program. It's less than $13 a day. How many estheticians and hairdressers are ordering Uber Eats every day? A lot of them. It's less than $13 a day. It's so convenient. You can even take this while you're with a client without having to stop. So you're going to love this program. Cannot wait for you to try it if you haven't yet. And very importantly is this right here. This program is the only clinical solution for removing glyphosate. Glyphosate is the reason why so many have the autoimmune issues, the hormone issues, the acne, cancer, infertility, so many issues. Here's another question to ask yourself as a hairdresser or as an esthetician. How many clients of yours are dealing with hormone imbalances, bloating? Probably most of them. This program is the solution. It's going to be a game changer for you. If you look at the next slide, you're going to see just a couple of before and afters. Notice the skin. That's a personal client of mine. That was terrible, terrible psoriasis. That was very painful. That before and after is in 1 week. It's incredible what happens when your gut gets the repair work. The bloating going away. It's just amazing. Can't wait for you to try this program. I'm going to hand it back to Sonia. Sonia, thank you for introducing me to this company. I can't stop sharing it.
Oh, thank you so much, Melissa. And just to tag on something you said when you talked about the protein component, there's about 40 clinical studies on the super aminos, and one of them actually shows how it tightens the skin. So just yet another benefit of this very synergistic program. So when you're going to get involved with something, let's say you're thinking, wow, this sounds really good. And I could carve out some time to add this I have the person in my chair. I'm talking to them anyway. They're telling me that they're feeling bloated or they want to drop some weight in the new year, whatever it might be. They want to clear up their skin more. Well, you want to know who's behind the company, right? It's important to know who the people are behind the company. And the two people behind this company you're seeing right here, Amy Venner and David Sandoval, they are the co-founders. They have been manufacturing organic superfoods for over 30 years and then have spun off Purium as the company that we're talking about 22 years ago. So they have really been pioneers in this movement. They were doing organics before there was even a USDA certified organic label. So they are the real deal, not Johnny come latelys. They've been doing this a very long time. Amy is amazing. She's the CEO of our company, a very heart-centered leader, and she's the mom of two young teenage girls. And she found out very early on how food can be the biggest poison or how it can be medicine. And Amy had very, very bad cystic acne as a teenager. And this is kind of how she and Dave Sandoval met. She was at a trade show. She worked for a health food store. And he came up to her and he said, I can help you with that. Of course, she was mortified because he was a total stranger coming up to her. But he helped her with these products that actually helped to detox her body. And you can see you can't even tell that she had any acne at all. So that was very powerful for her at a very young age to see how food can be medicine. Dave Sandoval is the other co-founder and he is the formulator and he is just a brilliant genius. He is absolutely amazing. He got down this path because of the death of a loved one who he really cherished, who died from a lifestyle disease. And he made it his mission to find out how can people transition off these ultra processed foods. Can we provide them a vehicle to do that? Because these foods are causing all these issues. They're tied to all these lifestyle diseases and to these skin issues that are coming through as a result of a very compromised gut microbiome. So one of the things that really is a differentiating factor with Purium is that they are the manufacturer. Dave and Amy are the manufacturers of these products. They are based in California, small family-owned company. They have the highest integrity. Melissa and I have taken the tour of the manufacturing facility many times. We have seen the products being made, and we have had explained to us their rigorous processes and their standards, and every down to the last detail. It is just impeccable. Every ingredient is identity tested when it comes in. So you know what this package says is on there on the ingredients. You know that's what's inside the package. You can be confident that everything you're paying for and putting in your body is what you think you're getting and is what you are getting. They have a whole food philosophy. So everything comes from a whole food ingredient because whole food molecules are what the body can actually recognize, assimilate, and the body knows what to do with them. The whole food with all the cofactors. There's no binders, no fillers, never anything artificial, no chemicals. And the ingredients come from farms that use regenerative farming practices, which is really important because even if you're eating organic food, the soils are depleted. So it's almost like dead food. It doesn't have as much nutrition or nutrients as something that comes from regenerative farming, where the soil is rich in minerals and rich in nutrients, and therefore so is the food. The food is only as good as the soil that it's grown in. And just to give you an example of the integrity and the lengths that they go to, Dave and Amy, when the truck pulls up with the ingredients in it, somebody from inside the facility comes out and inspects the interior of the truck. If there is a bug, one bug, if there's a little bit of dirt, if there's any mold, the entire shipment is rejected. Even though those ingredients are sealed up, they are not allowed inside the facility. Same thing when the products go out and come to you, come to the consumers. That truck is inspected again. And if there's anything in there like that, the product's not going inside of it. If they weren't the manufacturer, this would probably not be happening. They wouldn't be able to ensure that this would be happening. So just to recap, Purium is good for your body for all the reasons that we just said: in-house, third-party testing, nothing artificial ever, and it's convenient and very affordable, like Melissa said. And then if that wasn't enough, they're very eco-conscious. So many foods you'll notice when you go to the grocery store, even if it's an organic grocery store, did you notice how all the healthy foods are packaged in plastic? And there's an article here, the little excerpt from this article, that there's a spoonful of microplastics in people's brains, 3 times as much as in those with dementia. But now another article came out saying that it gets into the tissue everywhere, like all the organs, and it's really a problem. So Dave and Amy, they're doing their part. They transitioned to plastic-free packaging. 64 out of 65 of the products are in plastic-free, biodegradable, compostable packaging made from bamboo and hemp. So again, you can feel really good about that, not only consuming it yourself, but sharing it with others. And they've saved over 300,000 pounds of plastic from entering the environment, which is equal to about 14 million plastic water bottles. Just mind-blowing how fast that adds up. So let's talk about the opportunity here and how it can help you. So most people are trading time for dollars, trading time for money. With Purium, you can go from trading time to actually creating more time. And that's because it's a leveraged business model. And if you're curious what that means, what does that mean, leverage? Well, here's an illustration. You see on the left, there's a person, one person who maybe she can carve out 10 extra hours a week to share this with her clients. Probably doesn't even take that much because they're already there. But if she gets some colleagues, there's 5 people on the right here that are also happen to be in the beauty industry, and they're excited to offer something like this to their clients and to bring additional revenue in for themselves. Now she's tapping into the financial rewards of 60 hours of effort, her 10 hours, and then 10 hours times these 5 people. That's leverage. You're still only putting in 10 hours, but now you've got the collective effort, these 5 other people. Just as an example, can obviously be many, many more than that. So now we're going to talk to one of our beautiful friends here who is a makeup artist, and she has joined us in this program. And Talicia, welcome. We're so happy to have you here and hear how this has worked for you.
Hi there. So my name is Talicia, and I have been a professional makeup artist for the past 28 years. So I truly love what I do. For me, it's not about the artistic side necessarily, but I love that my job is to make people feel good. And so adding the superfoods business to my portfolio was a no-brainer. I've always been into health, and once I experienced the benefits it was easy for me to offer it to my client, and also the convenience of it too. An aspect that I really loved about the superfoods business is that, unlike makeup, if I'm not working, I'm not making money. And so with this, it provides me with residual income, which truly gives me peace of mind. I also love the response of clients. With makeup, I've had clients before that have cried because they felt so beautiful. And now with superfoods, I have clients that tell me that they haven't felt this good in 8 years. So all of that, of course, makes me feel great, but it also motivates me to share it more so with clients. And it also makes me appreciate that I get to be a part of this business, and what a amazing business that it is to be a part of.
Thank you so much, Talicia. That is absolutely beautiful. So, of course, you have these clients. You've been doing this for 28 years. They know you, they trust you, they love you. You've been making them feel good all these years. So, of course, they trusted you to get on this program. And now you're their hero even more than you already were, because now they're feeling better than ever, too. So, that's really a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Talicia. Next up, we have Tatiana. Tatiana is an esthetician. Welcome, Tatiana. Tell us how this has been working for you.
Yes, hi. My name is Tatiana Kennedy, and I'm a licensed esthetician specializing in age management and longevity. And so I actually have been using the products for years and confidently recommending them to my clients. Light bulb moment where I realized I've been recommending the products and people have been loving them, getting really beautiful results. So joining the business was the next natural step. And I've just found that people, my clients who stick to the program without exception, receive beautiful results. So it makes it super easy and authentic to recommend these products. And also because I do it myself, it's super easy to share my experience. I also really love, just as was mentioned before, the idea of that residual income. I wasn't a stranger to the residual income, but just seeing it through this business to literally get paid while you sleep, but also knowing that you're helping people and receiving the weekly commissions plus the bonuses, it really has been truly eye-opening for me. So what I've been focused on now is really looking to help other people who are in the similar industry as me have those built-in clientele like hairdressers, other estheticians. So that way they're able to help their clients and get the fulfillment and joy of helping people to feel better, but also being able to leave the stress behind of an empty chair or someone who cancels last minute or a no-show, because we all know that's the worst feeling. So this has been truly an eye-opening and a life-changing experience, and I am just eager to share it with everyone.
Very beautifully said, Tatiana. Thank you so much for sharing that. And you're on a cruise and sharing that from your cruise. And you made a great point about no shows and cancellations. This can really help fill in the gaps when that happens. And the common thread here of these ladies loving to help people and now helping them to this whole new degree. So thank you, Tatiana. All right, Carol. Carol's also a licensed esthetician. Welcome, Carol.
Hello, thanks for inviting me to share. I'll share a little bit about me. I have been a licensed esthetician for many years now. I've always loved skin and skin health, and that's what drew me into this line of work to begin with. That's not originally what brought me to Purium, but what I've seen with using Purium, both on myself and those that I've shared it with, is the benefits that come when you support the body internally. It shows up in the skin, our largest organ. And so I appreciate from a business standpoint that we can offer a way that isn't tied to, like has been said, how many hours we're actually working on someone's face, because that can be limited and we can only stretch ourselves so thin. Or if we're unable to work, we can still have an income that's coming in, whether our schedule is full or not. But there's another thing that I really like is that when clients are using these products, it's a way to support them when they're not having treatments. So they can go home with a box that's tangible in their hands and they can start to see amazing results in their skin. And this is in addition to the treatments that they're receiving. But anyway, I really like that it fits very naturally, that they can see results, they see it in their skin. And then another thing too is that you don't have to carry inventory. So the clients can order and then they can have orders drop shipped to their home. So it's a very convenient way for them to support their skin and then work alongside the esthetician to have amazing results.
That's truly a win-win, and it's so complementary with what you're already doing. So thank you for sharing that, Carol. All right, now we have Brittany, who is a hairdresser. Welcome, Brittany.
Hi, thank you. My name is Brittany, and I've been a cosmetologist by trade for 15 years. And as we all know, being behind the chair also means being a therapist because our clients trust us. So they share their struggles, their goals, they're always asking for advice. And so even now that I'm no longer behind the chair, my clients still come to me and we still have that relationship because we have that trust. So it was natural for me to share this online nutrition program with them. And they love the convenience, the money they save on drive-through, the fact that it's shipped directly to their door, and especially how much this has helped with their hair growth and texture. So for me, all this was a game changer. I still get to help support my clients just beyond the salon and without adding more hours. So I especially love that I don't have to stock inventory, chase orders, manage deliveries. I love flexibility because travel is a huge passion of mine. And this business gives me the flexibility to work remotely and help my clients from anywhere so I can spend more time traveling to see friends and loved ones. So if you're in the hair, beauty, salon industry, anywhere, you already have the hardest part, the built-in trusting client base. So adding this as a side income just works so naturally. And having this residual income that's paying us even when we're not behind the chair and not physically working, that's the best kind of freedom we can have.
Absolutely. So happy for you, Brittany, and love everything that you shared. Great points. Thank you so much. Okay, and then we have another hairdresser. We have Molly. Hello, Molly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Molly Hernandez. I'm a hairstylist. I've been in the industry for 13 years now, and I've been doing the nutrition program for the last 2.5 years. And I was actually approached about the business when I started the program, and I turned it down because I was like, I am not a salesperson. I don't do sales. I don't want to be that person. But I ended up having such a profound health journey. I struggled with IBS my entire life. That was very debilitating. And I had stomachs every single day. My IBS flare-ups were constant. My bloating was constant. And as hairstylists, just like Brittany said, we're therapists. People share everything with us, good, bad, ugly. And so what happened is as I would have clients in my chair, they started sharing similar things that I had been going through. And what do we do as hairdressers? I'm like, girl, I was dealing with the exact same thing as you were. And this is what I've been doing. You have to try it. And they're like, oh my gosh, what is it? I need this. Here, let me send you some information. I wasn't even trying to sell them at that point. I wasn't even in the business. And that's just naturally what we do as hairdressers. We recommend things to them. They trust us, like Brittany said. And so at that point, I was like, well, I guess I should join the business. I'm selling it anyway. And I have all these people interested. And then as I started getting deeper into the company and all the free education that they provide, I actually started learning more about how our bodies work and how hair growth is affected by things like gut health, hormone balance, all those kinds of things. And so my consultations and my conversations ended up transferring into more of these sensitive conversations that people would come to me with in regards to things like hair loss. And instead of doing just topical treatments for something that's actually happening internally, I now have a solution for them and a comprehensive plan of something topical as well as a nutritional thing that's not just a hair gummy. And so month one, I was able to pay for my whole salon suite rent, which working in Studio City right next to Hollywood was very, very expensive. And month two, I doubled that. And this was even before I started building a team. So I'm so thankful for this business. And for anyone who works off of a client base, you know you are very location restricted. If you're not going in, you're not making money. And even if you move a couple cities away, you're probably going to lose a lot of your clients. And I just moved all the way across the country and lost all of my clients. But I'm so glad I started building this business when I did because I was able to take all of that income from this nutrition business with me.
Wow, that is amazing, Molly. And thank you for sharing that aspect of this because it's true. Maybe you have a circumstance where you're moving away And because it is such a location, what you're currently doing, location dependent business, you are starting over from scratch. Or maybe you have clients who move away. Either way, the fact that you started building this business, this income went with you. It's portable. It's a portable business. And then your clients that move away, they can still benefit from the products and you're still getting that residual income from that. So great shares, ladies. Thank you all so much. And now here's Melissa again, that you got acquainted with a little bit in the beginning. So Melissa, share your quick story on what this has done for you.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much for all of the shares from these girls. All of their stories gave me goosebumps. And I know that everyone listening to this, whether you're here now or later on, can resonate with what the girls said. I personally was a massage therapist before Sonia introduced this to me. And I, just like the girls, I loved what I did. I loved what I did as a massage therapist, but I didn't love carrying the heavy massage table up the stairs, down the West Wing, setting it up, doing a 90-minute deep tissue massage. It was exhausting and very physically demanding. This is a business that I can work from anywhere, even Greece, like Sonia said, literally anywhere, and make my own hours and choose who I work with and have nights off. What it's allowed me to do is retire my husband, travel the world, and probably, well, definitely most important to me is it allowed me to spend the last 3 years of my mom's life by her side. I had the privilege of being her caretaker and being beside her and spending those quality years together, doing everything you want to do with your best friend. So I'm eternally grateful to that. I wouldn't have had that privilege if I didn't have this business because I had complete location freedom with Purium. So I love it so much. I shout it from the rooftops. Is the program going to work? Am I excited to share the program? Yes. That's a fact. That's a no-brainer. I know hands down when they get on the program, they're going to love it. I'm more passionate about sharing the business because I've seen what it's done for me. I've seen what it's done for these girls here that I've shared with you, and I'm confident that it's going to help you. It's going to be a game changer. And I would feel guilty not sharing it. It's so fun. I almost feel, I've said this before, I almost feel like it's a video game that we play and we get paid for because it's an addiction. It's a healthy addiction, though. It's so stinking fun. We cannot wait for you to join us with this business. I had no experience in anything like this. I don't think any of these girls had any experience in this type of business. But if you love people, which you do, if you're coachable, which I'm confident you are, the systems are in place and they work. So thank you, Sonia, so much for sharing this with me. I love it. And I'm eternally grateful.
Thank you so much, Melissa. I'm so thrilled for you, what this business has done for you and all the ladies here. And like Melissa said, this is something that will help you, excuse me, have that leverage residual income, but it's such a pay it forward thing. Like it can help create this ripple effect of health and financial health as well. Because we know, number one, if you could research this, chat GPT it, number one cause of stress in this country is financial strain. And we know stress is a killer. So this is an opportunity not only to help ourselves, but to help other people in more than one way. So let's talk a little bit about how you get paid here. So there's 20% commission on customer sales. You get paid weekly, every Friday on customer sales. Additional bonus on every $1,000 of customer sales that are in a given month, $25 for every 1,000. And then the ability to leverage with brand partners. You saw that illustration of leverage earlier. Right off the bat, you can start earning bonuses, fast start bonuses, up to $6,500 for you in your first several months. And what I love about Dave and Amy is they're so mission oriented. Like they really care about the mission of helping people get healthier and break from the chains of the frankenfoods that everybody is consuming, unfortunately, that they want to reward us. They compensate us very generously. But what they also do is they give you the opportunity to make money right away while you're building that long-term residual income. So that's in the form of fast start bonuses. Then you can make matching bonuses. You get a friend of yours, a colleague to join you, and they achieve these bonuses and earn them, you will also earn matching bonuses when they do that. And that can go on and on and on. There's no limit to that. Then you get into recurring bonuses, which are the leadership bonuses. They're called lifestyle bonuses and profit sharing. And at the rank of diamond, that's one of our ranks, you'll see in a minute. That's where this all starts. So lots of bells and whistles are unlocked at that point. And we have many, many people making these bonuses that you see right here, all the way up to 5-star crown the 10,000 a month, and limitless long-term residual earning potential. So these arrows show just some of the ranks here, and the ladies that you heard from tonight, they're at different levels here depending on when they came in. But you'll see what the average monthly income is for these. And you saw myself and Melissa, it said 5-star crown. So you can see what the average monthly income is for that. And really the sky is the limit here. It's based on your effort. There's no ceiling that can stop you, like where you work a regular job and get a raise and that's it. Whatever, it's dictated by management, or even the limitation of working a business where you only have so many hours in the day. And that's where this is limitless, again, because of the leverage. There's ongoing support, collaboration. We have an amazing team culture, collaboration, integrity, just everything you could hope for in a situation like this, starting a business. So there's no shortage on the company side of training and infrastructure, as well as on the team side every single week. And that's all free. That's all part of this. So just to summarize, this, you can really make a lasting impact with this and create residual income for yourself. It's a whole food system, and the results are undeniable. They're consistent every time. You can invite other colleagues to do this with you. That's where it gets really fun. That's where you can really create the leverage for yourself, start making money in your sleep, and really create an even bigger impact. My husband and I, we have in our organization over 85,000 people. That is leverage. That was not done alone. That was with bringing on brand partners. And by the way, Melissa's drinking the apothecary, the tart cherry that she talked about that comes in the package, because it is the best nightcap that you could have. I just wanted to share that with you, that's what she's drinking. So you can really build a ripple effect of wellness and abundance with this business. And how do you get started? You get your own Ultimate Lifestyle 90-day program. It's 90 days, 12 weeks, and then you continue on the maintenance. But when you get this program, your business is free. So all you have to do now is just get back to the person who invited you. They will help you get started. They'll answer any questions that you have that maybe weren't covered on this presentation. And we look forward to seeing you as part of our Purian family very soon. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the ladies for sharing tonight.